Welcome, everybody, back to the D3 Sports Podcast. Not the Mighty Ducks, but worse. This is episode 5. I was caught between saying epi and episode because I'm a retard. So, episode 5 of the D3 Podcast. I'm Andy Graziano with my distinguished co-hosts, Anthony Popsocket Paterno and AJ Backwards Cap Graziano. How are you, boys?
Oh, man. Good.
Good.
Excited for some playoff hockey.
That's it.
Yeah.
Playoffs begin in about 22 minutes. Islanders and Carolina Hurricanes at PNC will get it kicked off. Rod Brindamore throwing us a little wrinkle today. Everyone thought that Freddie Box of Chocolates was going to be in goal for the Hurricanes. It's going to be Auntie Ranta starting this evening.
Dude?
What?
What are you saying, bro?
Freddie Box of Chocolates, man. You never know what you're going to get, that motherfucker. So I was praying on Freddie. I was praying on Freddie Anderson, and instead I got Auntie Ranta, and my tweet was just simply, "Oh shit."
I don't know why. I mean, I don't know why you're worried.
Ronta's a backup goalie.
Dude, you're crazy. Dude, Auntie Ranta last year.
He's good, but he's a backup goalie for a reason. He's not a top-notch goalie.
Last year in the playoffs, Auntie Ranta went 2-2-3 with a 920 for the Hurricanes in 13 games last year in the playoffs. He's a good goalie, man.
It's okay. Sorokin's better. It doesn't matter.
Well, Sorokin is better than both Anderson and Ranta, true. But
if you're going to win the series, it's going to be Sorokin's.
A lot of people are saying that.
It doesn't matter.
A lot of people are saying that.
So whatever goalie they have, I don't think it matters. It's just if you're going to win, it's going to be Sorokin.
So this is our NHL playoff preview show. And just for reference, timestamp, this says Monday, April 17th at 6:40 p.m. So anything we talk about is prior to anything going on, regardless of when you're going to be listening to this. I will be watching at least probably most of the first period live on this show. And Saturday, we're cooking up something really, really special. A live New York Rangers Game 3 watch party with these two nutballs.
Plus one.
And Craig.
Potentially.
Plus
Craig.
one live in Eternal's
third.
living room in Tampa, Florida. It is going to be epic because I know how AJ fans, I now am getting to know how Pat fans, and it is going to be absolutely epic, I think. Absolutely.
Who's Pat?
Yeah, who's Pat?
Pat, Paternal for short. I'm dumb. It's
Right.
I don't know why I'm using all these acronyms tonight. It's like
You couldn't have said.
my brain is
Yeah, I don't know what.
fried.
Yeah.
I was outside cutting hedges for like an hour after work, so physically and mentally I'm shot.
Was that your meditation before the game? Cutting the hedges.
No, it was something that, I wish I had a son home to do, but since I don't, I'm 51 years old and I got to do all that bullshit myself.
You could hire people for that, though, right?
I could go to Red Bank. There's a whole bunch of them lined up just waiting for work.
Oh, come on.
What? It's true. It's true.
Dude,
They all hang out in Red Bank and you can pick them up for gardening for
What are we doing here?
jobs.
we're gonna get fucking canceled, dude.
We're getting canceled tomorrow.
There's nothing wrong with saying that it's factual.
All right, let's
It's
move
factual. Jesus Christ.
on. But yeah, no, I
Guys are terrible.
I think your brain's just in a mess because I think you're nervous.
Maybe.
Tell you what, my
Are you
brain's
nervous?
gonna be mush tomorrow, so I'm right
How are
there.
you feeling? Yeah, my brain's already mush.
I don't know how I feel, honestly. I feel it. I told Ann, before we started recording, before you came on, I told him I'm kind of indifferent right now. I'm just kind of gonna kind of wait and see what I get. Like I know how the Hurricanes play. They're suffocating. They're annoying. They're intense on the forecheck. Top 5 team in goals against this year, so they're a good defensive club. They limit shots while firing a bunch at the net. They're a very, very tough team to play. But the fact of the matter is they have not been the same since Svechnikov went down, 9-9-1. They allowed 3 goals or more in 13 of those 19 games. They clearly have not been the same team, and he absolutely kills us. So, but as Ann said, it's going to be all on the shoulders of Ilya Sorokin, period.
I think a big thing too. A lot of people forget they signed. They got Pacioretty, and he hasn't even really played for them.
Mhm.
So that's a lot of goals right there too. So they're missing 2 key pieces there. So
Must be nice to feel like that indifferent, though. Just sitting there like, whatever happens, happens.
now
Like,
once it
wish
starts, he's gonna get he'll get into it once it starts.
I wish
He
we
says
were
that now, but
playing a team that I could be like that with, but
It's not, but you feel indifferent when you're not given any chance to go past the first round, essentially, right? The Rangers come into the playoffs with a heavy weight on their shoulders, and that weight is called expectations. It's the weight of expectations, and from the fan base, from the media, from themselves, personal. The Islanders, I'm sure, have those same dreams and those same expectations, but outside of the team itself, there are no expectations on the Islanders, to be honest with you, coming into this playoffs. So,
yeah, of course, it's added to with the fact that who we're playing. That doesn't make it any easier. But I think I would be less frantic if we were playing the Hurricanes versus the Devils, honestly.
Well, the Rangers' trip through the playoffs, should they advance, is going to be interesting, right? Because it's going to be, and it's going to be absolute hell on the fan base, right? Because you're playing the Devils in round 1. In round 2, you're going to be playing, again, like we just talked about, this absolutely annoying Hurricanes team, or the Islanders, which is going to light the city on absolute fire, which the two teams haven't met in the playoffs since 1994. That's incredible. That is absolutely incredible. And kids your age, AJ and Ant, kids your age, I should say men your age. I'm sorry for saying kids, men your age. You guys have no idea because you've never lived through it. You have no idea what a playoff series between the Islanders and Rangers is like. It is absolute intensity times 1,000.
Yeah, I guess the closest we have is the Rangers Devils, right? Because we've had a couple of those, and
it's nothing like Rangers Islanders. It's just nothing like it.
Yeah,
there's nothing like it. And you guys, especially with the popularity of social media these days, it's going to be absolutely on fire. On fire. You're going to see the best and the worst of both fan bases.
And then we got the Leafs and Bruins after that.
Yeah, Leafs. Well, Leafs, Lightning, Bruins, or Panthers.
No, Leafs, Panthers, or Bruins.
All right, so y'all want to run through the brackets here?
We should segue into that.
Go through each show.
Let's start with the Lightning Leafs here.
Lightning Leafs. I got Leafs in 7.
I got a 0. I got Leafs in 5. If not,
really? Go into a little bit why though, like why you made that pick. I think it'd be interesting for the listeners to hear why.
Okay.
I mean, just based off of, I know you can't, regular season versus playoffs is nothing. Obviously, it doesn't translate, right? I mean, some parts of the game you could say do, but they just beat them without Marner and Matthews last week. So that being said, after what happened last year, there is no way in hell the Leafs are losing round 1 this year. I don't know about 5 or 4, like I said. I just personally have a feeling that it's going to be that quick, but there is no way in hell they're losing round 1.
I think it's going to be a good series.
They're a better team.
I won't believe it until I see it with Tampa. Like, once they actually lose, I'll believe it. Because it's like, they've been there, done that a bunch of times. They're well coached, as we talked about with John Cooper. I think Vasilevsky he's gonna steal at least one game, from Toronto. That's a given. There's no way he doesn't. So I think it goes 7. I think it goes 7, but I think Toronto will take it. If they get a game 7 at home, there's no way they lose.
What's the status on Janot? Is he out?
Is he out? I don't know.
I thought he got hurt last week. Pretty serious, I thought.
I saw they were. Yeah, they're battling a couple injuries.
The bottom line is the Lightning do not have as good of a team. Like that's where I'm at. Like aside from all,
I think the Leafs, their speed and skill, I think is going to be a problem for them.
I just don't see a way. Like I don't see a world in which they don't win in this first round. Like
it's
time.
You talk about the Leafs, right? Like this team has to be like they have to just be driven to finally win because I'm sure they're pissed off that they haven't been able to get past the first round, especially this core.
Yeah.
Matthews, Marner, Nylander, like they want to win. They want to go far. They want to make a run. Not only for themselves, but like for the city too. Like that city's dying for some type of run.
Yeah, and there's a couple of things. Like I think Nylander looks different this year than he has in years past. I mean, he's always been a good player, but he looks like he looks like he's just on a different level this year. So I think that's going to help. Yeah. Marner is just same as always. He's awesome. I think that their defense got better. Like when I look at the two, right? I mean, last year the Leafs.
Yeah, Tyson.
I feel like the Leafs should have won last year, right? Not should have, but I think that they played a better majority of that series. Did they win the series? No, but I thought they played better hockey than the majority of that series. And now when you look going to this year, the Leafs got better and the Lightning got worse. Like I just think that it's lining up to be the first time the Leafs will get past the first round in a very long time. And once they do that, I think they beat the Bruins in round 2. Like, I think that they're just, once they win round 1, they're going to just go. You know what I mean? They're going to have the monkey off their back, and they're just going to at least get to the conference finals. At least that's how I feel. I'm curious to see how, I mean, I kind of know how you feel, AJ, but Andy, what's your take on that?
I tend to be on the side of AJ's quote that he just said, where I'll believe it when I see it. I think that Tanner Jeannot, by the way, according to head coach John Cooper, is out for game 1, but has been up. But what went from week to week has definitely been trimmed down to day. So I would expect to see him in game 2 or 3. He did practice today with the team. So he'll be back at some point. I just think it's hard for me to bet against the coaching and the experience of the Tampa Bay Lightning. And I think that Toronto, for all their talent, and come on, guys, we've watched a lot of hockey, and it's not always, the talent doesn't always get it done. It just doesn't. It's the Leafs haven't won a playoff series since 2004. So when you want to talk about the weight of expectations being on the Rangers, it's not even remotely the same as the weight of expectations that are placed on the Toronto Maple Leafs. We know how cruel that media could be. And I think, but that works both ways, right? I think me saying that I'll believe the Lightning are out when I see it, you could also say I'll believe the Maple Leafs win a series when I see it. And I'm not saying that they can't win this series, but if I was a betting man and I was putting money down, I would put it on Tampa. I just think Vasilevsky he's a playoff stud, period. He's one of the best money goaltenders I've seen since Billy Smith. Like money goaltender, like playoffs money goaltender.
Yeah.
Like forget the regular season, playoff start, and he all of a sudden turns into a brick wall, period. And all he does is win. And until he's beaten, and they were beaten last year, right? Colorado did beat them in the finals, so it's not like they weren't beaten per se.
And I don't think it was even close.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
But what I'm saying, like, do you get what I'm saying from last year to this year? Like, if you look at both teams, right? They almost won last year. And like I said, the Leafs only got better. Lightning only got worse. Not only that, I am around way too many Bolts fans down here. I just want to see them lose.
AJ's got one living right upstairs from him. He knows. He feels it. He feels it.
I never hated the Lightning until I moved here. Like, I think it's just there's a certain like level of like cockiness that they have that is very
cockiness. I thought you said hockeyness.
No, like a certain level of cockiness, and it's like
my head is
even when it comes to like we don't watch until the playoffs. Oh, is it playoff season yet? I haven't even watched a game this season. Then all of a sudden, they're the biggest Lightning fans in the world.
No, it's like double fans perfectly.
It's exactly, and I hate it. Listen, I have total respect. We played actually NHL the other day. One of our friends, Joey, is a Devil fan, and he's always talking shit, always on PS5. But I have respect for him.
Oh,
He watches every game. He watches every game from the beginning of the
year. He was going.
Like,
I don't know. He was.
You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like, I respect. Like, talk all the shit you want. You're still annoying. You're still a douchebag. But at least I have respect for you. That you watch your games, right? You're not just showing up when the playoffs come.
Oh, that's all he's saying.
When he said, he was like, "Yeah, I think
Jack Hughes best player in the world."
He was like, "I think the Devils are as good as Colorado." I was like,
basically the same team."
No.
He said.
He was like, "Yeah, they're basically the same
as Colorado."
Yeah.
I was like, "No."
Well, then he's clearly putting Dougie Hamilton on the same level as Cale Makar. I don't know. He's clearly putting Jack Hughes on the same level as
best
Nathan
player
McKinnon.
in the world.
And I like Jack Hughes. I think Jack Hughes.
He's good.
Best player in the world, according to
Nathan McKinnon.
Luke Hughes is the best defenseman in the world.
What's their answer to Mikko Rantanen? And this is the Avalanche without even Landeskog.
Mercer's
a good player. He's not
Sharon Govich.
Brad is sick. I actually, he's probably the one Devil that I think out of all of them I like the most is Brad.
Who's going to be
Brad's a good player.
I like the way he plays.
In this series, it's going to be Miles Wood. He's going to be a pain in the fucking
little
ass,
scumbag, dude. All right, let's keep that on. Let's save that for Saturday.
Fuck.
All right, next series. Moving on. Bruins, Panthers at Bruins.
I took Boston in 5.
That's the obvious pick, right?
Pretty popular, obvious pick.
I will say,
Yeah, I think the Panthers steal a game. They get a win somewhere, but I think Boston.
I will say, if the Panthers win one of these games in Boston, and they realize that it's possible.
Well, you figure if they come out tonight and they win game 1, puts a little doubt in Boston's head. It's like
100%.
Yeah. So
listen, like I know it feels like one of those things. Like every year, I said this on prior episodes, but every year I feel like I want to believe that they're a good team. You know, like I like them all year. I think I make all these points for them to actually be good come playoff time. I know I had them last year going further than they did. And then they just, I don't know what happens. It's like they don't even want to play hockey anymore come playoffs. Like they don't even care. I watched last year, like elimination game. It looked like, I was like, what am I watching here? Like, do they even give a shit? But yeah. I think adding Matthew Tkachuk is a much bigger thing than people realize. So I'm actually really like interested to see how that series goes.
Yeah.
Because everyone's obviously picking the Bruins. How do you not?
And I think I know we're talking about their goaltending. One of my buddies told me that I think they're starting Leon, whatever. However you say his name.
You catch lightning in a bottle to beat the Bruins, right?
And I mean,
Bob's not it.
He's played better than Bob, yeah. So you got to go with the goalie who gives you the best chance.
Exactly.
You know,
so
but
will he get pulled in the series? Maybe. We'll see how it goes. But at least for right now, he is playing better. So
yeah, was there any word on the guys who were game time? I saw Olmark was walking
now,
in.
and I'm looking at Fluto Shinzawa. That's a real name, by the way. He's a senior writer for the Athletic Boston.
What's his name?
Fluto Shinzawa.
Fergie Jenkins?
Not Fergie. And Fluto's last tweet was 6 hours ago for his article in The Athletic talking about the illness per Jim Montgomery. And the illness was going around the team. And Montgomery's tweet this morning was, quote this morning was, several players are sick, including Patrice Bergeron and Linus Ullmark. So I haven't seen any update since then. So I think it's probably going to come down to warm-ups. But I think even if they play, they're going to be limited, I would think. So the Panthers' best chance at stealing a game in Boston might come right off the bat in game 1.
They showed Ullmark walking in, so I think he's fine.
Like I said, they might play. But look, Patrice Bergeron played with fucking no lungs. I mean, if the guy could play, he's putting his uniform on. But how effective are they going to be if they really are sick? I mean, if you're
like Ullmark
and you got diarrhea, that's just pretty tough way to play a playoff game.
Ullmark might be a little off. You know,
I kind of hate this though. It feels like one of those
sports. Like, what do you?
It feels like one of those things. It feels like one of those things where like it's not going to happen because there would be too many excuses. You know what I'm saying? Like for Boston to lose now just because they have the flu. I want it to be very even. I wanted there to be no issues, no sickness, no injuries.
You got beat. Yeah. Straight up, you got beat. Yeah.
Boston loves their excuses, though.
Yeah,
I know. They love them. We know that from the Yankees, Red Sox. We know that. Come on.
Yeah.
Celtics. I mean, Boston loves their excuses. But
yeah.
Look, I don't. I'm gonna have to go with the favorite in that series as well, like you guys. I just think the Bruins have just too much of an edge in key areas. I like the Panthers. They're an exciting team to watch. I don't know their style just doesn't translate to playoff hockey. You know, I don't think they're going to be able to defend Pastrnak, Bergeron, Marchand.
Can they outscore them?
DeBrusque, Charlie Coyle. I don't think they're going to be able to defend those guys enough to win the series. I just don't see it.
Can they outscore them?
No, I don't think so.
No,
I don't think so. So my pick is the Bruins.
Fair enough.
There you have it.
Swing over to the Metro, boys. Here we go.
Board.
Here we go.
Which one do you want to start with?
You guys go.
All right, let's start with the Canes Islanders then, since we're 3 minutes away before that starts.
Okay.
Andy, do we have to ask you this, or are you?
As I said pre-show before we started recording, I'm kind of indifferent because of the lack of expectation, which is good for me for now. I don't know how I'll feel in in 9 minutes when the puck drops. But I was hoping to see Freddie Anderson. We're seeing on Antti Ranta. Barzal is back. Romanov is not. I fear that Romanov has a torn labrum, which is a horrendous injury for a defenseman.
Did you give him my message, by the way?
I did not. I did not give him a message. He clearly wanted to play really bad. He thought he could play. Team doctors said no. So we'll see as that series goes on if he's able to get back in there. Barzal back should give their power play, their league worst power play, a spark. It should maybe give Bo Horvat a little bit of a jump. You forget back in the bubble last time Bo Horvat was in the playoffs, he was fantastic. So we're hoping to see a little bit of that magic return. I mean, it's clear that it's going to be Ilya Sorokin's series to steal. Sorokin seemed pretty calm and cool and collected today, saying, "Hey, it's just another game, just another hockey game." I don't know if that's what he really feels or if that's what he's just saying, but if that's what he really feels, then kudos to Ilya because he's cool as a cucumber. And so it's going to be his to steal. I think that the key of the series is clearly going to be, can the Islanders just simply slow the Hurricanes down? Can they bring the Hurricanes down to their pace of game? Mm-hmm. Because the two teams obviously play a very different pace of game. And if the Islanders can't slow down that pace, if they can't slow down that forecheck with quick outlet passes, if they can't keep the front of the net clear and let the Canes just throw everything at the net from the boards, it could be a real problem. So, my heart says the Islanders, even though my head might say maybe not just quite yet. Yeah. But in my brackets, I did take the Islanders in all of my brackets. So there's that.
AJ?
That's fair. I took the Canes. I took the Canes in 5.
5, huh? Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. I just think I don't know if the Islanders will be able to match them. I don't know if they're defensively, if they're going to be able to hold up through that forecheck and through their, they're literally sustained pressure like all the time. But if Sorokin comes out, plays lights out, then can make me look like an idiot. So.
But you're not planning on that, so you don't think Sorokin will be enough, is what you're saying?
Yeah, no.
Fair enough.
Like him alone, yeah, no, I think.
Fair enough.
Okay.
So you think the quality of chances they'll be giving up is just going to be too great?
I think so, yeah.
Gotcha.
That's where I'm leaning.
Makes sense.
Fair enough.
Because, I mean, you could have a weak defense, but, still have, still make those, key defensive plays to, help out your goaltender a little bit. Right. I just don't know with Carolina's style. And to be fair, I don't remember their last series all too well. The last time they met, that was in the bubble, I think.
It was the second round of the first bubble year, and they beat us 2-1 in overtime, and then beat us, I believe, in another 1-goal game in game 2, and then beat us 5-2 in games 3 and 4.
Oh, it was a sweep. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it's not going to be. I don't think it's going to be blowouts or anything. I think it's going to be, they'll be pretty close games, but I think Carolina will take care of business.
Fair enough. Ant? Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm going to take the Islanders.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Islanders. I think they've been playing better. I think that Fasching coming on of late is a big deal, and I think getting Barzal back and with Horvat. The thing that gives me pause on this, I think, is trying to envision the Canes losing again. Mm-hmm. Every year they're at the top and they just lose.
Right.
And I'm trying to I'm saying in my head, if the Islanders beat them, what happens? That's the only thing that's giving me pause. Making me think,
safe, who we all agree is a terrific coach.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's really, really making it difficult for me because I just don't know if I could see it. I just don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
What happens to them? What do they do?
I don't know. It's a really good question.
So
yeah, I mean, they could just be one of those teams that they have a great regular season and then they just can't close in the playoffs.
Yeah, so part of me really thinks that the Canes will win, and also because if the Rangers manage to beat the Devils, it would be such a the right thing to happen for us to play the Canes again and want to kill myself for another series. So it just feels right that they would be there if we get through the Devils. But I'm going to take the Islanders just because of those. It's just a gut thing.
All right.
I don't know games. I mean, I think it'll be a longer.
I think it's
6 or 7.
It's very interesting because it's two teams that their style is built on playoff hockey. It's like grinding kind of style of hockey. So
yeah,
it's going to be interesting.
Listen,
sure. Are these games? Is this game on ESPN Plus or not?
I have it on. It's on ESPN. I have it on YouTube TV. I think it is on ESPN Plus, so I'm not sure. But I will say with the Canes, I think the teams that are going to be smart enough to understand what they're doing when they're in the offensive zone with their defenseman pinching, and if you're smart enough to catch them at the right times, are the Islanders smart enough to do that? It doesn't matter. I'm almost on the opposite. Like, I don't think you have to play as fast as the Canes to beat them. I think you just have to be smarter, and you need to make the right plays when their defense are being aggressive.
So like a counterattack.
Yes. Much. So I see. I mean, I know because we watched a whole series last year against them, and I'm just like, when it happens, I'm like, why don't they why can't they just know what's happening like we do?
When that defenseman pinches, if you have winger chips the puck off the board,
exactly, you got to get it behind.
The thing is, can the Islanders? Do they have the?
Are they skilled enough?
The speed? Do they have the speed and skill to rush them?
Because let me tell you something. The X factor for Carolina is going to be, Brent Burns and Shane Gostisbehere are prone to defensive lapses. They are. So if the Islanders can capitalize when those lapses are made, right, that could determine the series as well.
Yeah.
So
watching the pregame right now, seeing the Canes home fans with the end game celebrations is making me real happy we're not playing them though. So now you get to deal with it.
No, I will not. I will turn it off with a second left in the third, regardless of you can guarantee that if they're winning and there's a second left, it gets turned off. I don't play that shit. Watch them do the stupid.
Oh man, yeah, because it gets turned off real quick.
Out of here. All right, Rangers Devils. Here we go. Rangers Devils. Go. I want to hear this.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I'm only picking because I'm a Ranger fan. From an outside perspective, if I take myself out of the situation, I honestly don't know. It's gonna come down to, listen, if the Rangers come out and they're stick checking everybody all over the ice, they're not gonna win the series. If they come out and they're putting bodies on people, they're playing the body. I'm not saying going out there of course I would love to see Trouba lay some big hits and whatever, but I'm talking about just simple body plays. Take the body. You can't let them stick handle. You can't let them be fancy and quick. I don't know. And the only reason is if the Rangers play the way that I know that they can, and I've seen them play, they will win. It's just about whether they do or not to me. And they're so inconsistent that I don't know. I don't know what team we're going to get.
Which team you're going to get. No, yeah, I agree completely. But
who we're getting for the Devils, right? We know. They play the same way. They're consistent.
You're getting a fast team. You're getting a really confident team. That's what you're going to get. You're getting speed. You're getting skill. You're getting all of it. So
it's more about us.
I think I'm more nervous because, like you said, I don't know which way it's going to go. But I think they have to come out tomorrow. They have to come out blazing. I want to see them skating hard, finish checks. Really take it. Take it to the Devils. They haven't been here before. They haven't been in this position.
Yeah.
So we went on our run last year. So let's come out tomorrow and at the Prudential Center and let's take it to them. And then I think if they take game one, I think it's huge. It sets the tone for the series and it, kind of lets everything else fall into place. But I think I really like the way it's tough. I mean, they're really evenly matched, but in terms of the Rangers, I like the lines. I think you have an elite top six. You have the kid line, which is it's like a hybrid, checking skill line. And then you have the fourth line, which has been playing, you could argue that our bottom six has been down the stretch. They were our best players.
I mean, listen,
coming toward the end of the season.
The Rangers team is better than the Devils team. It's just about the fact that the Devils top end, their top players are always performing and the Rangers aren't. So to me, I think the Rangers are going to take it in 6 if they win. And I obviously am siding with the fact that I believe that they're going to win. I have to believe, or else I don't know what I'm doing here. I have to
You
believe.
have to believe that.
So I think they're going to win in 6. That's my take. Yeah, I don't know. I'll say my prayers tonight.
I took them. I went a
that.
little by. I took them in 5 in the bracket, just because I would love to see them beat them in 4 or 5, which probably won't happen. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm excited to see it. I want to see how everything plays out, and I just want them to get going. So it sucks we have to wait till tomorrow, but
I'm gonna enjoy tonight. Really, I'm gonna enjoy it before.
I think especially after last year, the way everything ended in the conference final, I think they've kind of been waiting to get back here. So I think now that they're finally here, I think, I believe they're going to be ready to go. I think they're going to be amped up. And I think Igor is miles better than Vanacek. So Rangers have the edge in goal. So we'll see what happens.
Yep.
Hurricanes couldn't even get this fucking Singer a real jersey. Cheap bastards. He's wearing a fucking Fanatics jersey. Man, I couldn't even get him a fucking.
Well, you say Fanatics.
I know that, but they couldn't get him an official jersey. Like, fucking give him a special jersey.
That's good.
He's not playing anyway. Give him his jersey. Look, I've made this known, and then this pisses some Islander fans off, but I don't give a shit anymore. I don't hate the Rangers. I don't. I'm not a 20-year-old anymore. I'm not. I don't fan like that anymore. Especially being in media for 7 years, it allowed me to be a lot more objective than I ever was, and I carried that into my post-media life. I don't hate them. There's a lot of players in that team I like. I've spoken to them a ton in the locker room, and they're all good guys. I don't like. They obviously went all in at the deadline. Vladimir Tarasenko, Patrick Kane. I think if that kid line plays the way they played last year, they're going to be a really, really tough team to beat. Shesterkin is playing well at the right time. Another big X factor there. What I saw the last time they played was the Rangers trying to skate with them in the first period. Didn't work out so well. I thought in the second period, when the Rangers adjusted and said, hey, let them come to us instead of us chasing them around the fucking rink, I think that's when the game turned for me and it became a much more even kind of yin and yang type of hockey game. A really good hockey game, actually. I'm looking forward to a really good, exciting series. I personally have the Rangers winning it. I think their experience and their edge in goal with Shesterkin, I think, who continues to play well. I think he will continue to play well, I meant to say, in this series. Mm-hmm. And I think their playoff experience shines through. I think, there's a couple of things that need to be said, and this is going to sound like old regurgitated kind of stuff, but you know what you're getting in Patrick Kane, so I don't want to hear no bullshit. And I know I'll see it about him being lazy and this and that. That's what you're getting. So just accept it, okay? And that'll make it easier to stomach. The second thing is, last year, like I told AJ when they were down 3-1 to Pittsburgh, you got to win 4. You got to win 4. I don't care which team jumps out to a 3-win, gets to that 3-win mark first. You got to win 4. And sometimes that 4th win is the toughest to get. But overall, I like the Rangers roster. I like that kid line. I like Shesterkin. And for those reasons, I think the Devils are a really, really good hockey team. I don't think it's their time yet. It's coming soon. It's coming soon. They rebuilt. They rebuilt well, but I just don't think it's just yet.
That was a big hit. Who was that? Martin?
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, I agree with you. I forgot what I was going to say. Once that hit came, I got distracted. It's already an intense game. It's already good.
That was a pretty big hit.
Yeah. I saw something. I think Pasha, right, on the.
That was Pulock. That was Ryan Pulock, actually.
Was it?
Damn. Martin was from behind. Pulock's the one that wrecked him.
I saw Pasha on the Spit and Chicklets episode today saying that I think the Rangers there's going to be more moments where you say, what the hell, basically, about Tarasenko or Kane, than you're going to say, oh, wow.
Oh, I was telling you about that, though.
What, buddy?
The guy on the Spit and Chicklets pod that was talking about Kane, and he was like, I think you're going to get more moments where you're like, what the hell is going on, or something like that, basically, is what he said.
Well, that guy's a moron then. That guy's obviously never watched.
And then, Biz.
We know he's a moron. He's a Devils fan. We don't need
This is like, shut the fuck up. He got pissed.
Yeah.
Because it's a retarded argument. It's like Patrick Kane's game did not change when he came to the Rangers. He didn't get lazier when he came to the Rangers. He's always been lazy.
I love that Biz is a big Rangers supporter now because it's just such a change up from last year. It's fun to watch.
Well, he was big on the Sabres. That Butch Goring actually went after him today and said, "Hey Biz, what time is that exciting, tremendous Buffalo Sabres team playing tonight?" Because Biz was big on the Buffalo train.
They
he was on the Sabres.
They made some real good progress though. I think they're going to be a good team.
Yeah, I mean, if Tage Thompson can do that again, right? I mean, was he a one-trick pony, or can he actually do that again?
But Middlestat picked it up too. He's looking good.
All right, let's not talk about teams that aren't in the playoffs.
Yeah, you're right.
They're already.
Didn't we? Who has the 25% chance to get Bedard?
Anaheim, right?
Anaheim, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
hey, I think Pittsburgh's gonna get him.
Him with Zegras. Stop with the Pittsburgh thing. They're not getting.
Watch, it's gonna happen.
They're not.
The league
to Pittsburgh.
The league will make it happen. The league will make it happen.
He's not going to Pittsburgh.
Could you freaking imagine?
I would love to see him go to the Coyotes. That's my number one for me. Like, I love Clayton Keller.
Maggie, stop. Get out.
Like, I am a big. I love Michelli and I love Clayton Keller. Like, I think the Yotes are going to be a very good team. And if they get Bedard,
the problem with the Yotes is that they play in a freaking.
I know.
I played in bigger rinks.
I know.
It's embarrassing.
They have good players though, and they play hard. They played the right way. I mean, their defensive lapses are very glaring, obviously, but they have good players. They really do.
All hell breaks loose in this goddamn house when I'm on a podcast.
We're having technical difficulties here. All right, let's move over to the West.
Go to the West here, boys.
Go to a hotel for Epi 6.
Let's start with tonight's games then.
Oh, tonight is
Jets Knights.
Ooh, my second favorite series in the entire league, honestly.
If defense and goalies win playoff series, then you would pick the Jets here, no?
Then nobody's winning this series.
Yeah. What do you got?
I took the Knights in 6.
I'm having a hard time not picking the Knights as well, but I've been saying this. The Jets are going to be a tough out. I feel like they're just another like Leafs. Like they always just lose. Like you know what I mean?
It's fair to say.
And
they have
a good team.
Like over the last like bunch of years, they've had way higher expectations and better teams, in my opinion.
Yeah.
What do you think, Andy?
He's so fast. It's incredible.
I just think Vegas is, Eichel, Stone, Marchand.
Oh, yeah. IR all year. Guess who's magically healed? Mark Stone.
They have a lot of talent.
Guess who started that? Douchebag Lightning.
Douchebag Kucherov.
He actually is a douchebag too.
I like Vegas. I'm a huge Jack Eichel guy. I don't trust their situation in goal right now. I don't think that goaltending is going to hold up. I'm siding. I always tend to side with the goaltender in a series that I think is fairly even. So for that reason, I'm going Hellebuck. I'm going Hellebuck and the Jets to win around here.
I don't hate it. I honestly don't. This is a good start for the Islanders, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's don't even think about calling that. He didn't do anything.
It's a good start. I mean, they're in Carolina.
You ain't gonna call that, are you? Are you fucking serious?
Oh, here we go. What time are you guys at?
I think this is turning into a live stream right now.
16:18.
I think I'm behind.
16,
I'm behind you guys. Oh, yeah, I'm behind you.
No way. They didn't call that, right?
Yeah, they did. Hold on.
What?
Let's see what happened here.
Oh.
The trip?
Get the fuck out of here. Are you serious?
Wait, they called the trip?
He did that. No, you know what? I'm wrong. He did get the stick between his legs. Fuck.
It looked like a trip. It looked like a trip or a hook.
Offensive zone penalty 4 minutes in. Now.
Oh yeah, it didn't look like
he got the stick. It didn't, but on replay, 1-0. He got the stick in there. Fucking Aho. Suck a dick, Aho. God damn.
Here we go. He's in it now.
Fuck.
He's not level-headed anymore.
Yeah, well,
I told you.
One face-off win, cross-ice pass in the Ovi spot, and pretty fucking simple. That's how not to kill a penalty.
Oh boy. Boy.
Fucking bullshit. Mayfield and Pellick both on the same side. Like there's Pellick, there's Mayfield. None of them recognize Aho moving out. Easy breezy.
Can I take back my pick?
Only player that can win this series for Carolina is Aho.
Can I reverse my pick?
All right, it's early. 4 minutes in. It's early. We're all right.
A lot of hockey.
Okay, all right. So we got two.
I
don't know.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know with the Jets Knights. I'm kind of. I'm going to take the Knights. I'm going to take the Knights, and it's going to be a longer series. I think Knights in 7.
Ooh. Okay. I think a lot of hockey fans will take that.
Yeah. All right, so we got one. What do you think? How do you think the Jets are going to do it? Long?
Yeah, I don't like doing games. It's definitely not going to be a sweep or a 5-gamer. I think it's going to be a 6 or 7-gamer. I don't think it's going to be easy by any means.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Knights are very structured defensively. But like I said, I always tend to side with the goaltending edge, and I can't pick the Knights goaltending situation versus Hellebuck.
Why do they not paint the playoffs thing on the ice anymore? That really bothers me.
It does bother you.
It's so like why?
I don't know. It's a good
What,
question.
the Stanley Cup Playoffs thing?
Yeah, they used to put it
on the blue line.
Yeah.
Why aren't they doing it?
I don't know.
They didn't do it last year. They haven't done it in the past couple of years. I don't think they have the money or something. They'd rather have these stupid electronic ads as you're watching it. It's dumb.
Maybe that's why. I don't know. That's a good question though. All right, moving on to the next series that starts tonight. Dallas and Minnesota.
One more note here.
Sure.
On the Jets, I think that if the armor cracks where Hellebuck isn't playing lights out, and for whatever reason their defense isn't really holding up, I don't know if they're gonna be able to. You did see what I did there?
I did see it. I saw that. I caught it. I caught it.
But I just don't know if the Jets are going to be able to keep up scoring if that doesn't keep up.
I don't know, man. They're Nikolai Scheifele.
I like those players. I really
do. Yeah, Ehlers when he's not skating into people.
Yeah, Ehlers is a sick player, and Neil Pionk is great too because he's an ex-Ranger.
Wow, ex-Ranger legend Neil Pionk.
Good save for Sorokin.
Yeah, they got to backtrack.
There's another one, Jesper Fast.
They clearly have to backtrack.
They're out shooting him 6-1 already.
It's early. We're settling in. We're settling in.
I mean, this is your first game. It's in Carolina.
We're settling in.
Yeah, it is what it is.
See, that's the play by Parisi right there that they should have made on the kill. Fucking the guy that's got the smartest guy on our team is 40 years old. That kind of doesn't make sense though. It's been around the block.
Yeah.
The other series starting tonight, Dallas and Minnesota. This is a total 50-50 for me.
Yeah, I'm really having a tough time. They just tried that play again. That's the one you're talking about?
That's And Zach Parisi went to Aho, stuck his stick out.
Well, now they know. Serious. It's a long series. Now they know.
Yeah, this series is 50-50, but for me, like I said before, with Vegas,
Bergeron not playing, by the way.
Wow.
Allmark looks like he's gonna yak right now.
I told you, dude. Told you.
Allmark is currently puking on the ice as
this is the game for Florida to steal. Anyway, as I said with the Winnipeg Vegas series, I'm going to go with the goaltender here and love me some Jake Ottinger.
That's actually a very good call. It's a very good tiebreaker there.
He played phenomenal last season in the playoffs. He was on fire, that kid.
Yeah, I took Dallas in 7 in that one.
Yeah, give me Jake Ottinger and the Dallas Stars.
Dude, there's so much skill in that series, man. You got Robo, Sagan, Ben, Kaprizov, Zook. It's going to be awesome.
I think Kaprizov's injury hurt them a little bit because they kind of lost a little bit of that chemistry that they had going with him. I think that game he came back a couple weeks ago, I remember they didn't mesh. Like something was just a little off because Boldy had stepped into that spot, and Boldy was on fire. That kid is playing good hockey.
Boldy's a solid player. He's a solid player, yeah.
He's going to be a difference maker if they're going to win this series. He's going to be doing what he's been doing. I like you said, the goaltending. I just like who are the Wild rolling with? Gustafsson? Like
I
who?
think they announced
Fleury.
Gustafsson. Didn't they?
Oh,
No,
it's
they
not Fleury?
announced. No, they announced Gustafsson tonight.
He's been
What happened to Fleury?
good.
He's not playing.
He's just ass.
He's not playing.
Ass.
Not ass.
Philip Gustafsson is starting tonight.
He's been
Yeah,
good.
Gustafson's gonna get lit up.
I saw a lot of things that from Wild fans like on Twitter that he like basically saved their season, to be honest. So
So the flowers wilting is what you're saying.
yeah.
Wow, good, nice one.
Listen, we had a
Yeah,
couple
we got crack in the armor. We got
Yeah.
wilting flowers.
Cracking the armor. Wow, that's a good one too.
Yeah, you didn't catch that? Yeah, I caught it.
Yeah, the Jets, they have a crack in the armor.
Speaking of cracking the armor,
Get it?
the
Because they're playing the Knights.
Kraken have to take on the
Night.
defending Stanley Cup champion Colorado Avalanche series that begins tomorrow night, 10 o'clock Eastern. Thoughts on that one?
I'm gonna. So
Except
I
for
know
Colorado.
you say
Go ahead.
regular season doesn't matter come playoffs, but I know that the Kraken have played them pretty good, and I just think that it's a really hard one. Like, because I like the Kraken, I like the way that they play, I like the enthusiasm. I loved watching their home games. Honestly, I'm gonna take them as an upset.
Wow.
gonna take
Wow.
the Kraken.
Knocking out the defending champs in round one.
I
That
like
is
the way
bold.
I like the way they're playing.
Like it. Bold,
Jared
some boldness-
McCann is a stud.
some boldness on this goddamn show. I like it.
Jared McCann is a stud.
All right, I'm gonna go the opposite though, and say I love the boldness, I love the pick, but I'm gonna say that Colorado is just too damn talented. When you have three defensemen that can skate like forwards in McCarr, Tays, and Samuel Girard, how do you like? Not only do you have to deal with McKinnon and Rantanen, et cetera, then you got to deal with McCarr, Girard, and Tays in the back end. Like Jesus, like they just come in waves. That team.
You just jumped the gun. I didn't even make my pick on the Wild Stars. You're just moving on to the next series. So,
oh shit. All right, I'll shut up then.
I'm gonna go complete fandom because my favorite hockey player plays on the Wild, and I'm gonna take the Wild.
Yeah. There you go.
I think it's time for them to move on in the. Listen, I like Jamie Benn. I like Ottinger. I really like the Stars. Jason Robertson is awesome. But I just think the Wild have been on this like border for a little bit now. And I think come playoff time last year, I liked the way that they played. And I feel like they played with a lot of intensity. And I like their lineup a little bit more. I think it's a little bit more rounded, especially with Boldy, like Johansson. I'm going to go with the Wild. I'll take the Wild since you guys took the Stars. I love Matt Zuccarello, my favorite hockey player. So
AJ and I actually saw Minnesota in the playoffs last year in Vegas, and that they are pesky. I'll give them that. They are very pesky.
Yeah, I'm gonna take them.
That was a real good hockey.
True.
I'm gonna take them. All right, so back to this Kraken Avalanche where you were about to go, right, AJ?
Yep.
Yeah, I have Avs in 6.
Okay.
I think, kind of what you said, Dad. I think the only thing that can maybe hurt them is Georgiev.
Okay.
That's the only person that can maybe fuck them over.
Even though he's going to be he's probably going to get Norris votes this year.
What?
Fuck him.
I mean, he's probably going to get. I'm sorry, Norris. What the frick is wrong with me tonight? He's probably going to get Vezina votes this year.
Yeah, but fuck him.
I wouldn't vote for. I would put him in a Vezina.
Who's
voting for him?
Dude,
no one.
I'm not saying he's going to win. I'm saying he's going to get Vezina votes. I didn't say
all the votes are going to Omar. No one's voting for Georgiev.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck Georgiev. Kraken in 6.
I just say. I mean, I think Nathan McKinnon is ridiculous, especially in the playoffs. I think he's going to.
Jared McCann, my boy, Bjorkstrand, they're going to come out firing.
Didn't Rantanen score almost 2 this year?
Kraken in 6.
Probably.
Kraken in 6. That like I said, I like the boldness. I like it.
Yeah, I like the pick. I like the upset pick.
I'm going Colorado, but I like the pick. Rantanen scored 55 this year.
You got to remember who the goalie is for the Kraken too, right?
Who the goal now?
Grubauer, right?
Grubauer.
But yeah, that's
Kraken in 6, baby.
Philip
Former
Goddamn.
Av.
Former Av gave up on him. Kraken in 6.
Revenge. It's a revenge tour.
That's it, baby. On
Talk
to the
about
next.
revenge tour, boys.
That's 2 big locks from me.
And then we'll get a Grubauer, Jonathan Quick conference final.
It's 2 big locks for me. The Leafs and the Kraken so far.
You're locking into Kraken?
I'm locking them in.
And he already went balls to the wall with Toronto. So
yeah,
damn,
he's got both nuts on the wall. Like he doesn't
plopping them right on the table.
Last series to review here: Edmonton, Los Angeles.
I think we're all going to be on the same page here. Although I will say, like you guys know, I'm a big believer in the Kings, and I like the way they play. But I can't, in my right mind, pick McDavid to go out in the first round right now. The season he just had, how much better I think their team has gotten. They're getting decent goaltending now. I just can't see it. I can't see them losing a 7-game series until the Rangers play them. I can't. No, I really can't. Like, aside from my fandom, I'm taking them to win the cup. Like, I think that McDavid is just somehow on another level.
He's like 2 to 3 levels above everybody else, I think.
Yeah, I mean, going back last year before, how could you even say he's on another level? But I think he is.
Yeah, he's the best player that I've ever seen.
Like, onto the can't lose level, you know what I mean? Like, not even bad goaltending and bad defense can lose. Like, he's just him and Draisaitl. Nuge is having a career year, which is like he's like under the radar. Like, nobody even knows it. And the dude's having such a solid year. Evander Kane being there is just, I don't know. I honestly can't. I think they're going to win this series. I think that the Kings will make it a series. Like, I think the Kings are going to get 2 or 3, but I think they're going to. What happened, Andy? I see
that reaction's not good.
We got a power play. What happened? What's the problem?
Fucking Lee just missed an old goddamn tap in.
Oh, okay. All right,
I took the Kings in 7.
Kings.
Yeah.
That's a bold take. We're talking about bold takes.
I took the Kings in 7.
Come on.
You think?
Fuck you doing?
Wasn't playing. Raanta made the save.
You think Connor McDavid is going to lose in the first round right now?
I think so. Yeah. I'm going to
say this.
I don't believe in Stuart Skinner.
I'm going to say
Stuart
this.
Skinner's him.
Listen,
he's not the guy. He's not that guy, pal.
Pat, listen. I will say this: if they lose, like, blow it up. McDavid, trade him.
You think?
Like blow up the whole
happens,
thing.
man.
How
like,
can you have a better year than this year? You're not going to get a better year from Nuge. I don't know how you can get a better year from McDavid. Draisaitl's doing his thing. If they do not win the first round against the Kings this year, blow the whole thing up. Like, send McDavid wherever the fuck he wants to go and just restart the whole organization, or move, or just sell the entire organization because they're cursed.
I think the Kings are sneaky. I think
they are. Trust me.
I think they can win. I think they can win the series.
Trust me. I've been saying this about the Kings all year, but no. If the Oilers lose this series, their organization is cursed.
Yeah, but they might just be cursed. They might not just be able to win ever again without Gretzky. They might not be able to win.
They're going to need a lot more than Jesus if they can't win with McDavid. Like, they better start praying to some other god or something over there. I don't know what the problem is.
Fucking. Oh my god.
I'm so annoyed that I'm behind.
To the listeners right now, we are losing Andy. He's
not in this podcast.
He's watching the game on planet Jupiter right now. He's not even here.
All right.
And I feel bad.
I agree with AJ that LA is sneaky good. They are.
Oh.
They are sneaky good.
Oh my god.
But here's here's the thing. I have Edmonton going all the way in all my brackets. That's how much I believe.
I
in
do
them.
too.
But
I agree with you.
This is what scares me.
I know, man.
This is what scares me with Edmonton. All right. First of all, Connor McDavid is playing in a league that's not good enough for him. Right? Connor McDavid, the NHL is not good enough for Connor McDavid. Plain and simple. That's how much better he is than everybody on the fucking planet when it comes to this game. He sees things that I haven't. He sees the game and plays the game at a level that I haven't seen since Wayne Gretzky. And I know that's saying a lot. It's a major comparison, but it's true. And I grew up with Wayne Gretzky and Mario Lemieux and players like that ilk. And I've never seen anything like it. When I first saw Connor McDavid live from the press box, I could not believe. I told AJ this. I said, "You have no idea live the freaking acceleration, how he goes from zero, how fast he gets from 0 to 60 is absolutely unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it, and I saw Pavel Bure in his prime, like 0 to 6. It's just unbelievable how much better he is than everybody else that plays this game. They obviously got tons of support. Draisaitl. Ant mentioned Nuge, who had a great year. Zach Hyman had a terrific year.
Yeah.
They got a mobile D, Daryl Nurse, Tyson Barrie, right?
Darnell.
The problem, I said Nurse. I didn't.
I said Daryl.
I said Daryl.
You said Daryl.
I think Daryl Nurse is a better name.
Daryl.
Daryl. God damn it, Daryl.
Cordero.
And I don't think Stuart Skinner can win a playoff. There's just no way he's winning a playoff.
I was just getting to that. My major concern that's going to blow up all my fucking brackets is Stuart fucking Skinner, right? And the Edmonton team as a whole. Edmonton's team GAA was a 312 with a save percentage of 903. I'm not sure that can win a cup, and that's what.
Who made that play?
That's
number
what worries.
4.
That was a great play. Yeah.
Was
that
that
the Islanders?
Dude, why am I watching this game rooting for the Islanders? It doesn't make.
Who is that? That's
feel wrong.
That's Bolduc. That's Bolduc, right?
4 is Bolduc. Yeah, Samuel Bolduc, rookie.
I feel wrong right now.
Bolduc.
Samuel Bolduc. Anyway, I'm kind of with AJ here. What could blow up my whole fucking bracket is basically Stuart Skinner. When you look at the long list of goaltenders who have won Stanley Cups, I'm not quite sure Stuart Skinner is going to be on that list, even though I hope he is.
Okay. But here's my thing with you guys saying that is, was their goaltending better, worse, or the same as last year?
Probably the same.
No.
Like I said, a team GAA of 312.
Did they not have Mike Smith last year? Am I not remembering that correctly?
Hold on.
Dude,
I'll tell you right now.
Mike Smith literally scored 4 goals against his own team.
Calm down. I'm going to tell. Last year they were as a team 3.06, 908. This year they were 3.12, 903. So they were actually worse statistically.
Listen, I don't care about your statistics.
Okay, I'm just telling you what the statistics are.
Did they not have Mike Smith last year in net?
They had mostly Mikko
and
Koskinen.
Mike Smith was mixed in.
Correct.
Okay, they're better this year, roster-wise and goalie-wise, than they were last year, and they made it pretty far last year.
Well, the statistics say that they're not.
They are, though. Like,
I don't know where you're getting your statistics.
Listen, what do I call these people on Twitter?
Clowns.
No, clowns. But what's the actual word for those stat people?
Stat nerds?
Oh, chart nerds.
Yeah, the chart nerds, right? You're becoming a chart nerd.
I'm not. That's not charts. That's basic fucking math.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, and save percentage is basic math.
Doesn't matter.
I don't think you're getting the statistics.
They were playing Mike Smith. The guy literally scored goals on his own net.
He did. This is true.
I don't think you can't trust a guy named Stewart.
You're already a step ahead if you're not shooting and scoring on your own net.
Can't trust a guy named Stewart.
Like, listen, 3.0, 3.1, whatever the fuck you want to call it. If you're not scoring on your own net, you're a step above Mike Smith.
I think. Wait, hold on.
And can Edmonton win playoff games 5-3, 5-4, 6-4, 6-5? Because that may be what it takes.
And they can.
I think Ant might have some money. He might have some money on the Oilers.
Sounds like it It sounds like he had money on Mike Smith last year to win the playoff MVP, and that didn't happen. It sounds like he's a little salty.
There's Robo walking in.
I actually don't. I probably made money off of whenever he was starting betting the over.
Robo.
Jason Robertson.
Oh, Jason Robertson. Oh, you were actually watching them walk in?
They just showed it on the broadcast.
They have it on fucking ESPN, dude.
I'm watching MSG.
Yeah, I follow the Dallas Stars Twitter and get all the walk-in videos.
AJ watches all NHL walk-in videos.
Oh man.
Wait, he's getting fucking raped. Hello.
Whoa.
Oh, we're gonna put the whistle away this early, huh? We're gonna whistles to the pocket already.
Listen, I love hearing this because this is what it was like to play them last year.
Play who?
This goes
now you know what we had to go through.
This is like what I was talking about a couple episodes ago, how certain teams can just do whatever they want because of their style and they get away with it. They are one of those teams. They play on that edge and they get away with a lot of shit. You'll see. You don't believe me? You're paying attention how I was, obviously, when I watched last year, and you'll see.
Yeah, we haven't played them in a while. It's true. It's the first time we're seeing them in this environment.
But all these teams that are high pressure teams like that, they have to play on that edge, and
of course. Yeah, I'm not faulting them for doing it. The refs got to call it. Period. I mean, look, 6:31 left in the first. We're down 1-0 because of a blown coverage on a penalty kill.
I think overall,
couple of good chances on the power play. So see.
Andy, you can't hate that because if it's a coverage issue, it's something that they can fix, and they already know fix it. It's not like they're getting outplayed.
Agreed.
It's a good road start, I think.
They've been physical. Got to give them that.
Slash right on his friggin' hand.
They've been very physical.
On his wrist on Nelson. What is that?
Right.
And I thought the
whistle threw away already.
That was a whack on the wrist.
Their power play looked good. Looked pretty good. So just didn't score, but.
Yeah, this feels wrong. I'm rooting for the Islanders. Just feels.
It does. I don't like it. I don't think I like it.
It feels wrong.
It feels like
I wouldn't go that far.
I just, you know what, but that's what happens. I feel like sometimes when you have rivalries that go a little stale,
watch this shot coming up by Aho. Watch this. Watch how sneaky good this fucking guy is. He almost puts this in. Watch the shot he takes.
Which Aho?
Sebastian. Carolina. Come
on. Sebastian.
Watch.
There's fucking two of them.
He almost puts that in top corner.
Nah. Listen.
Crazy.
Oh,
the rivalries go a little stale, right? I feel like with the Islanders, I don't hate them as much because there's I haven't even. Why? What?
They haven't played. They only played 3 times this year.
I hate the Canes more than the Isles now because we've had to deal with them for 3 years.
Here's the thing. I guarantee. I promise you this: if the hockey gods give us Islanders Rangers in round 2, you will hate them real quick.
No doubt about it. But for right now, I don't like the Canes more than I don't like the Islanders. And even watching them play, their style, I feel like I don't know. I just feel like there's not as much to hate about it. I feel like the Islanders right now, aside from Romanov, I hate that fucking guy. Everybody else,
he's a piece of shit.
He's a piece of shit.
What?
He's dirty shit. He's a fucking clown.
Dude, are you serious right now?
He should go out on the ice with a big red fucking thing on his nose, like a clown every time he plays.
Why?
With his fucking visor that comes out to the glass. He could
you think his hip dirty? Let me guess. You think his hip dirty? Let me guess. The guy who roots for Jacob Trouba, who's your team captain.
He's not fucking dirty.
Trouba's hits are clean.
So what's your problem with Romanov? Romanov's hits are
clean.
Wow. All right. I'm not gonna get into this with you because it's just a wasted conversation.
The number one thing that's wrong with that guy is the fact that his fucking visor comes from his forehead and reaches the glass on the side of the ice. That's my number one concern. He is an asshole for that.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
There is no response
for that.
He's a douche. Anyway, I don't dislike the only
moving on.
The only other Islander that I really don't like is just Lee because his blockhead face. That's really
I fucking hate Pajot. I hate Pajot.
And Pajot, that little,
So all your
Pajot, that
hatred,
little rat.
the
fuck,
hatred
too.
the hatred that you're pointing out for the individual Islander players, the dislike that you have for individual Islander players is primarily based on their physical appearance.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah,
It's
I
like-
like
it's
Pajot. ever
Pajot
since.
looks like a little rat fuck too. So yeah, I
It's
don't
like
him either.
all those years I hated Evgeny Malkin because I thought he was literally the ugliest hockey player I've ever seen. Like, it's like not sense. It's not
I
logical.
haven't liked Pajot since he scored 4 on us in
Yes, remember that?
2017. Yeah, that was bad.
Come on, I mean, really, just look at Pajot's face.
He's a bitch.
Looks like a little rat. Like he talks like this. That's what you would think he talks like. Like, hello, I'm Pajot. I'm clown.
Wow. Wow.
He was the kid in high school that told the teacher about the homework.
Yeah.
That's right.
The guy who ratted on all of his classmates.
Hey, we have homework tonight, right? Yeah, motherfucker,
No,
Pajot.
no.
Come on, dude.
I hope we get a second round. It'd be fucking
Yeah.
epic.
It will be fun. It will be fun.
Absolutely epic. All right, we'll
It will not be fun.
we'll hang with
think
you
it'll be
here.
fun.
We'll hang with you here to live viewing through the end of the first. There's 5:03 left. Carolina won.
Let's get nuts. Damn.
Who said
Again,
that?
like AJ said, this hasn't
I
been
don't know,
this hasn't been a horrible
one of their
road
digital
period
things.
considering it's game one. I mean, I have to say Barzal looks a little off, which is to be expected. He missed 8 weeks, so irregardless that you're skating in practice, we all know we've all played the game. Your skating in practice can never recreate the speed of the actual game, and that's I think what he's having trouble with right now.
Is it irregardless or regardless? What's the correct English?
I usually don't use correct English. I usually use Guinea English, so it probably go either way.
Irregardless.
Does it mean the same thing?
I think
Let's Google it.
Like I've always said,
Is that
regardless.
even a word? I don't think irregardless. Oh no, it is. Yeah, it means the same thing.
word.
It means the same thing. Okay, gotcha.
There you go.
Irregardless means regardless. And then regardless
English.
Regardless means
Yeah, good luck with
without
that.
paying attention.
Broken from there. You ain't big shooting from
Regardless.
here all day long.
Can you
That's
shut the fuck up? Regardless means without paying attention to the present situation.
oh man, fucking Pellet got eaten up.
So it's the same thing. Dude, Florida, dude, I'm gonna need like 4 screens to watch these playoffs.
You know, it'd be awesome, like that whole setup that they have, like Spit and Chicklets and all that, where they have like all those monitors or screens, like.
Or just
Yeah,
like the situation room in
we
Toronto.
really
Just give me a
are
bunch of TVs.
We are light years away from being Spit and Chicklets. So.
No, I'm not
Just give
saying.
me
Listen, I'm not saying that, like, but I'm just saying, like, the
like
fact
that setup.
setup.
Yeah.
I tried to get my wife to allow it, but it
Yeah,
failed.
I said, man, you have enough space to put like 6 fucking screens up there.
Yeah, in my living room, right?
Yeah.
Then what happens when
Imagine
it's not? What happens when it's not hockey season?
Well, hopefully, eventually, we have kids, right? And then I put their shit on, and
Hopefully, eventually. Like, you either are or you aren't. You're either planning to have kids or you're not.
Definitely.
well,
Definitely
no,
maybe.
whether you plan or
Hopefully-
not, you don't want to jinx
hopefully-
it.
Hopefully, probably one day, maybe, definitely.
Yeah,
hopefully.
Hopefully, like, what happens if we go to have kids? We can't have them. What do you mean? I'm not
Oh,
gonna
God
jinx it.
forbid.
Oh,
Right,
God
that
forbid.
Fucking guy.
That's what I'm saying. You know, that's why I said hopefully.
Well, get your pee checked out. You'd be good to go.
Yeah. Well,
Make sure you fire him with a full. Make sure you got all 6 bullets loaded.
I actually do have to do that.
And just FYI, I don't know. You don't have to do that. You only have to do that if you're having trouble if your wife's having trouble getting
Oh,
pregnant.
why wouldn't I want to go and just make sure I could before?
No, you don't do that just for the hell of it.
Why? If we're getting ready, might as well check, make sure.
Make sure everything's locked in. Everything's ready to go.
Oh, he's getting ready. Oh, he's talking about it, really?
It's kinda. We're trying to set up our,
that's awesome.
our lives first, and
That's fucking awesome.
Make
I hear
sure
you. Hey,
we're
look,
fi-
it's gotta be right for you too.
yeah, make
That's
sure we're
awesome.
financially sound, and
Yeah, I hear you. That's awesome. Though.
I'm not trying to complicate it, but
I hear
yeah,
you.
what I will say, if I can have kids, I could have been firing.
Don't put that out in the universe. Dude,
I could have
come
been firing all these years, you know. You know what I'm saying?
All right, this podcast just took a turn. We're on a totally different topic. People
That's
come
gonna
here
be
for the
some
hockey
tough-
talk.
That's gonna be some tough news.
I don't even know if you. Oh, geez, what the fuck?
What if you're shooting blanks?
Yeah.
Yeah,
In
that
one
would
way, it would be sick, but one way it wouldn't. Like, I mean, the most important way it would.
could have been fire.
In one way, it wouldn't be the most important. Like, listen, the biggest things I like in my life, or the thing that I want the most is to have kids. So I would go through.
100%, yeah.
I would go through a very tough period in my life if I found out I couldn't. But
It's not. Yeah, you'll be fine.
I hope. Yeah, fingers crossed. Not jinxing it.
Everything will work out.
But
honestly,
6 TVs on the wall.
Sister's ass.
6 TVs on the wall is back to that conversation. Will be sick.
Yeah, dude. Football Sunday, you just have every game on.
Yeah.
Or you have like Red Zone on, and then you put the other
Lee,
games
get your
on.
goddamn head out of your fucking ass.
So instead of just tilting, on like,
what are you doing?
A couple plays on Red Zone every 3 minutes, I'll just tilt on.
No, you're tilting. Yeah, you're just tilting 24/7.
Nice. Yeah, that's what I need in my life.
What is going on? What is going on in the corner there? Marduk is getting like laid on.
Classic.
Oh my god!
For fuck's sake!
Oh boy!
Classic hurricane shift here.
Oh boy! Yep, this is it.
This is what they do.
This is what they do.
The problem here is Andy's ahead of us, so we're gonna know.
I know, and we're gonna see it. We're gonna hear everything. I will say those red jerseys are pretty fucking dope.
No, they're not.
Their fucking black ones are fire.
Yeah, the black ones are
fire.
Those red ones are sick.
I've never been a fan of the red. I always like the black jerseys are awesome. The ones with the flag.
Good hit.
Flag.
Mm-hmm.
Good hit by the rat.
Interference penalty on Carolina.
There you go.
Palmieri got fucking popped. He's got concussion issues this year too. Brady Shkajay. Let's see this hit. Let's see. Dumped in. Oh,
Clear.
fuck yeah.
That's
about time you call that. Look at this. Dumped into the corner and fucking just take them out.
Oh, shut up.
Fucking.
He's another rat-looking motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, he bitches a lot too. He complains a lot.
He always bitches.
Who?
He wants to be an elite player and he's not, so all he does is cry every game.
Rod the Bod is complaining too, it looks like. 58
seconds.
He
complains a lot.
Yeah.
He bitches a lot too.
Why is that no face-off? Why? Because we won it? Fucking league is so fucking bad. This league is so fucking bad.
You're my dad.
Drop the puck.
Win the face-off. Oh, no. Redo. Why?
They're fucking bad at that. Like,
you
know
drop what?
The puck and the face-off.
Oh my god! And that was a
get it. Put it in.
That was a scoring chance too on that face-off. This is kind of cool. At least we're getting somewhat of a live stream from him, because we're going to be on camera for an entire game.
I know.
So, and we have to listen to Ray Ferraro.
God, they complain a lot, Carolina. Holy shit.
I fucking hope we don't have to listen to Ray Ferraro.
Oh, he's going to be there.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's going to be Sean McDonough, Ray
ABC.
Ferraro, and then I don't know who else.
Oh, man. Stop complaining.
I mean, maybe we'll get lucky, but we'll see.
Yeah, Bart's got to get his fucking head straight, man. End of 1-0.
That's an okay period.
Minute left on the power play.
Yeah, it's an okay period.
The power play did look better with Barzal back, but Barzal is clearly struggling right now with the pace of the game, which is again to be expected when you've missed 8 weeks.
It's not a bad period.
No, not a bad road period in game 1. I'm actually okay with that. Weiss Sorokin talking to the trainer. Go in the locker room. You're fine.
Look at Aho. And Brendan Moore still complaining.
It was a definite interference. I don't know what the fuck they're complaining about.
They're complaining about a slash.
No, they're saying they missed a slash.
The slash.
Yeah, I didn't see the replay on that. It looked like one at first glance, but I didn't see the replay. Shots were 14-10 Carolina. So yeah, I mean, as AJ said, not a bad road period for game 1.
Where'd you see Sorokin talking to the trainer?
Bruins scored already?
Bruins are up.
No, they didn't, did they?
Yeah, 1-0.
Who scored?
Pasternak from Bertuzzi and Krejci on the power play.
There you go.
Oh boy.
There you go.
That's a pretty big thing. How about you don't take penalties against
Mhm.
the Bruins in 7 minutes into the game? Might help.
Yeah.
Mhm.
A little bit.
Yeah, Craig, my buddy Craig. You don't know Craig Andy, but well, yeah, you met him the other night in the PS5
chat,
chat,
yeah.
actually. Yeah, he said he bet Krejci for a point -115, most free thing ever, first line power play center.
There you go. Good for him.
Smart.
Versus the most penalized team in the league, which I didn't know.
Who's the big winner? Craig's the big winner.
I didn't know that they were the most penalized team in the league.
All right, let's wrap this up. We're an hour and 23 in, thanks to the first period in Carolina. So we'll see what we get the rest of this series, boys. Good luck tomorrow night. Enjoy game 1 from Newark, Rangers and Devils.
Yeah.
Should be a great one. I'm sure we'll be communicating via the chat during the game, and looking forward to seeing if we can get this thing Saturday off the ground. I think it would be a lot of fun. So
I'm gonna start a GoFundMe to get you a iPhone because I'm so tired of sending text messages.
Okay.
Especially because I cannot send a picture to your 1980. I can't send carrier pigeon.
Not 1980. It's a Pixel 6 Pro. It's
ass.
Okay. All right.
Do you have an iPad or something at the house so you could just like kind of message us?
My wife has an iPad, but
on Wi-Fi.
I won't use anything Apple.
Your wife is just a superior human. It feels.
Nobody's going to tell me what I can and cannot have on my phone. No one's going to tell me how I can set up my phone. No one's going to tell me how my phone can look.
Ranger fan, blue text bubbles, just all evidence of superior human here.
All right, boys. Episode 5 of the D3 podcast in the books. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for hanging out
Apple
as the NHL playoffs get underway. Very, very big thank you to my 2 co-hosts, AJ Graziano, Anthony Paterno, boys. As always, love yous. Yeah, we'll see if we can get this thing Saturday. I'll send out a link if we get this thing off the ground. It should be a lot of fun. And as I said, good luck tomorrow and enjoy the game.
We doing that on Twitch or what?
Likewise.
No, Google Meet actually has a function because I'm a Google One subscriber where I can stream it.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, boys.
Great.
Have a good night.
Right,
enjoy
boys.
game 1.
You too. Enjoy the hockey.
You
All
too.
Right. Bye.